As the sun rises in the east to start and adorn the day, so rises the continuing coverage of the SINAG Liga ASYA Junior World Showcase Born 2004 as we are live here inside the events hall in SM SOUTHMALL, Las Piñas City for the first game of this Sunday triple header dito as we can see Jacob Malangin 23 big points in that huge comeback game in their debut game against Leap Basketball PH. Can they make it 2-0 against dito sa Parañaque Pelicans led by the pride of Lubao himself, Kenji Gonzalez, looking to bounce back after being decimated in their opening day game. And that is our games for today. BALIWAG Stars kontra Parañaque Pelicans for the second game. The debuting J Project Clothing Boomers kontra San Pedro Mamba. And for the main event, sa Lakas 40, it's VPD Trading kontra the debuting Fire Chief Fire Extinguisher. Isang magandang araw sa lahat ng mga kasinag na katutok from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at sa iba't ibang bansa na bumubuo ng Asya. Kami po ang inyong mga kasama for this Sunday triple header. I am the Chief, Enzo Galarosa, and together with me, a very special guest for this Sunday games natin ngayon. Walang iba kundi si Coach Alvin Tanyada. Coach Alvin, magandang hapon sa iyo.
Magandang hapon, Enzo. Ito, magandang hapon din po mga kasinag na nanonood sa atin. And exciting to dahil Born 2004 to start off the day. And then later on, Born 2001, debuting, may magde-debut na team.
Yes.
Tapos, second game day naman ng ating Lakas 40. Exciting triple header dito sa atin.
Paangat ng paangat yung age bracket,
Oo
diba?
nga eh.
Ganun tayo, paangat. Siyempre, kailangan din natin umangat. Kailangan natin magdagdag ng isa pang membro pa sa panel. Walang iba, makasama natin si Francine Capili on the sidelines. Franz, kamusta ka dyan at kumain ka na ba?
Good afternoon, Enzo and Alvin, and a beautiful afternoon sa ating mga kasinag. And noo, kumain na ako. And a beautiful afternoon sa ating mga kasinag who are watching our first game of the day with BALIWAG Stars going up against Leap Basketball PH. It will surely be an exciting matchup. Kaya naman tumutok lang po kayo as I will be your eyes and ears on the sideline. Now back to you, Enzo and Alvin.
Thank you so much, Franz. And we will hear from her later on. And syempre, I'm pretty sure mga kasinag natin na hindi pa kumakain or kumakain pa lang, pwede niyo pong tutukan habang kumakain kayo ang aming mga Sunday games and lahat ng games natin sa mga social media platforms natin at SINAG Liga ASYA on both Facebook and Instagram. Follow us on TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel at SINAG Liga TV dahil 3 divisions po ang inyong matatanghayan ngayong araw sa SINAG Liga ASYA. And speaking of divisions, the Born 2004 participating teams, Coach Alvin, napakaganda ng field natin dito, especially with yesterday. May mga nadagdag na teams na tayong nakita. And let's take a look at the field natin dito sa ating Born 2004. We can see, of course, Pampanga Delta, Leap Basketball PH, etong ang BALIWAG Stars, Parañaque Pelicans, Hustle Rising Suns, which we saw yesterday. And next week, etong J Project Clothing Saints.
Yes, yun nga. 6 na kuponan na gustong magpakitang giles dito sa atin sa ating SINAG Liga ASYA. So, makikita natin sino ba yung mas aangat dito for the teams kasi unti-unti na natin nakikita lahat ng teams at nasa scout na rin nila yung isa't isa.
Yes, and yun nga na, we saw the participating teams dito. Let's take a look at how are we going to play this entire Born 2004 tournament. Tingnan natin ang ating tournament format just so we know sino ba ang magiging kampiyon at paano natin i-determine yun.
Yes, it's a double round robin. Top 4 teams will advance to the semifinals. So, dalawa na may eliminate. Rank 1 and 2, meron twice to be the advantage. So, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. And then sa ating finals, knockout matchup na yan.
Yes, and so 1 game lang sa finals, diba, to determine the champions. And if I'm not mistaken, the champions will be playing in July, diba? Kaya nga crucial ang lahat ng games dito sa Born 2004. Kaya saktong-sakto po ang ating game story for this afternoon. is on different direction.
Yes, and you said it earlier. Parañaque Pelicans galing sa talo. Ito namang Baliwag Stars galing sa panalo. So titingnan natin kung itong Baliwag Stars ba will go on a direction na pataas or itong Parañaque Pelicans can go through a direction na pataas or bababa pa rin ba sila on the team standings?
Yes, especially on the palindrome calendar natin na palitan lang. Akit baba din ang ating mga dates dito. Take a look muna tayo dito sa team na nanalo in their debut game. Talking about the Baliwag Stars. A very impressive victory kontra nga sa Elite Basketball PH. They had their troubles in the first half, but they survived a close one, especially yung clutch game nila in the fourth period.
Yes, you can see on the numbers, yung field goals, halos dikit lang yan. Rebounds, dikit lang din. Assist, mas marami dito sa Leap, that's plus 11. But you can see the difference here. The fourth quarter was a difference here, Enzo. They opened the quarter 58 to 53, yun. And then it was 69 to 54 to open it up for the 4 minutes. Then, in the last 6 minutes, nag-30 to 9 na run itong koponan ng Baliwag. So, diyan nga nila nakuha yung panalo na to against Elite Basketball PH.
Yes, grabe nga yung run doon ni Arzit Nicolas and Jacob Malangin. Jacob Malangin once again showing up against Elite Basketball for 2 years in a row. Jacob Malangin has stuck it to Elite Basketball PH. But let's turn it over naman dito sa panig ng Parañaque Pelicans. In their last game, they faced off against the mighty Pampanga Delta Pradera Team Park and they simply got dominated.
Yes, you can see on the numbers itself, a dominating win there by the Pampanga Delta against the Pelicans. Field goals, rebounds, assists-wise, even the turnovers, plus 2. Itong Parañaque, but it was all Pampanga during that game.
Yes, and we take a look at nga itong Parañaque and see if how they bounce back nga in this ball game against the Baliwag Stars. But right now, let's turn it back over to Francine Capili for her updates on the two teams playing in this first game. France, take it away.
After the Parañaque Pelicans lost against Pampanga Delta in their debut, this team is hoping to bounce back into their winning ways. Now with the matchup against Baliwag Stars, who just came off from a win on their last game, it will be a question of comeback for the Pelicans or extending dominance for the Baliwag Stars. Now I'm turning it over to our venue announcer, Ram Valid, for SINAG starters.
Good afternoon mga kasinag. We're coming to you live from the amazing SM SOUTHMALL, PIÑAS City. Welcome to SLA Junior Philippines, presented to you by SINAG Liga ASYA and co-presented by CDO Food Spirit Incorporated and True Religion Philippines. We're also live at SINAG Liga ASYA FB page and YouTube channel at SINAG Liga TV, powered by Converge Fiber X. Doble na di doble pa. This is our first match for this afternoon. It's the battle between Baliwag Stars and your Parañaque Pelicans. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the protagonists. First, for your Baliwag Stars. Point guard number 6, Aston Nobilio. Also at guard number 1, Steel Kazingal. At forward number 32, Jester Junicio. Also on forward number 24, Stephen Mercado. And center number 15, Joey Caicedo. Baliwag Stars is led by Coach Bilo San Juan, Assistant Coach JB Bautista. Team Manager, Mr. Ronald Torres. Team Owner, Mr. Ferdy Viseo Estrella. Your Baliwag Stars. And now let's meet the starters for your Parañaque Pelicans. Starting at point guard number 80, De La Peña. Shooting guard number 12, Chris Garcia. Power forward number 5, Dexter Ubas. Small forward number 35, JC Babaza. And center number 52, Domado. Parañaque Pelicans is led by Coach Cesar Babaza. Assistant coaches, Jonathan Comilang, Don Pamazo, Earl Sunga, and Philip Porrero. Your Parañaque Pelicans. Game official charged in action, Dennis Esgaros, Jong Banayat, John Lisiges, and Cedric Valyard. This is your SINAG
We
Liga.
start off this ball game. Baliwag Stars are starting with Novilio, Caicedo, Junicio, Mercado, and Kasingal. Para naman dito sa panig ng Parañaque, they start with Ubas, Garcia, De La Peña, Babasa, Domado, and eto nga si Ubas.
And dito, Enzo, makikita mo for Baliwag kung gaano ka-deep yung bench nila. They will not start yung kanilang leading scorer from that game. Jacob Malangin will not start.
And it's the same thing na ginawa nila against Leap Basketball. Off the bench na naman si Jacob Malangin. Who I said, naalala ko yung game na kinalaban niya yung Leap Basketball a year ago. Siya rin, he dropped 30 against Leap Basketball that time. And then dito, 23. Di ba parang may curse that Jacob Malangin curse?
Oo. And isipin mo he's not just a shooter, he is a scorer talaga, no? Because 30 points, parang usual numbers na niya, pagka 20 points above, usual day in the office for Jacob Malangin.
Totoo. So, let's expect na he's going to be a marked man. Speaking of marked man, Parañaque starting off good. Kasi nagkaroon nga ito ng turnover for Baliwag, a shot clock violation. So, good defense immediately from Parañaque. And very important din para dito sa panig ng Parañaque is how will they bounce back after being decimated dito sa panig ng Pampanga Delta in their last game, di ba? How are they going to bounce back in this ball game? How will they play? Is that loss going to be on their heads, di ba?
Oo, syempre, in a coaching standpoint naman kasi, if you're coming off a big loss such as yung nangyari sa kanila against Pampanga, what you need to do is you just have to up your boys up. Syempre, hindi naman kailangan na isipin nila na talo tayo, malaki, kailangan nating maging mababa. No, we need to stand up. Syempre, hindi naman na itong mga sobrang bata. This is our born 2001 guys. So, kailangan matutunan nila na tumayo na kagad, stand up, and let's go to the next game. And this is the next game, Baliwag. So, kailangan magsimula sila on a good note here in this game.
Right. And, you know, swerte din nila kasi that loss happened in the first game, di ba?
Yes, oo.
So, madami pa kayong room to adjust and marami pa kayong games. And as we saw the tournament format, 4 na teams na magka-qualify, you could be one of the 4. Pwede nyo balikan na lang yung Pampanga in the next time in the playoffs, di ba?
Yes, and sabi nga nito ni Allen Vergara, one of their players dito, na kakasimula lang naman, mabuo talaga nitong team na to ng Parañaque Pelicans.
Yes.
So, it's not the same as the Parañaque Pelicans of
23.
Yeah, the 23. Pero yung lineup kasi nila dito was just formed around a week a week bago magsimula yung tournament. So, lahat sila kinukuha pa nila yung pagkakakilanlan ng bawat isa. So, unti-untiin nila to, and knowing Coach Cesar Babasa, alam nating lalaban at lalaban lahat ng teams na hinawakan niya.
That's true. And, you know, one thing naman dito sa panig ng Baliwag, di ba? Another team na familiar na sila sa isa't isa, but medyo nag-gel pa sila ng konti, di ba? Of course, sa around Bulacan, as a first basket finally of the game, galing dito kay Domado. But yun na, for Baliwag, they impressed Coach Pancho at saka ako yung nag-cover nung last game nila. They impressed us with the way they were able to set their plays and gano'n sila ka-solid sa defense. Parang, sinabi daw ng coach nila nung time na yon, si Coach Milo San Juan, sabi, konti lang daw yung practice, di ba?
Oo.
Pero, konti lang daw yung practice, pero the way they look, parang ang tagal nila magkakasama eh. Parang magkakakilala na yung mga teams.
And yun nga, itong yung Baliwag naman kasi, we all know, syempre, yung kanilang lugar, syempre, it's not just known, it's not as known as Pampanga in the north pagdating sa basketball. Pero, syempre, ang sistema na gusto mabuo ng sports program ng Baliwag, unti-unti, aangat at aangat yan. Kasi ang dami rin naman nilang mga basketball players na kilala dyan sa area na yan ng Bulacan.
Totoo. I mean, marami. From Malolos, di ba? Meron pa nga akong kilala, taga Hagonoy.
Donoy.
Conti Chris.
Yes.
Conti Chris Baluyot, di ba? Taga doon. Former PBA player, San Sebastian legend. Diba? So, sa area ng Bulacan, maraming mga mahuhusay na players.
Yes.
Diyan, I think it's a rising, kasi when you say province, debate na yan between Cebu and Pampanga, di ba?
Yes.
Kapampangan or Cebuano. But I think Mga lugar kagaya ng Bulacan is on the rise. Pangasinan is also on the rise, di ba?
Yes, even itong Laguna, di ba? No, unti-unti na rin yan. Cavite is starting to get its own also rhythm in may pagdating sa basketball. So marami na talaga yan na inaangat nila yung level ng basketball. Para masabi na hindi lang puro Metro Manila
Right.
yung pinanggagalingan ng basketball.
Well, technically, itong Parañaque, Metro Manila sila, diba?
Siyempre.
So, they have the center of attention. But speaking of center of attention, Dexter Ubas knocks down the jumper right there. 4-0. What a good start right here for Parañaque, despite both teams struggling from the field. But it's Parañaque with the 2 field goals in the ball game. 4-0 in favor of the Pelicans.
Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
This SINAG Liga ASYA Junior World Showcase Philippines Born 2004 is brought to you by CDO Foods Beer, food that brings you home. Bagay na bagay sa lunch. And syempre, True Religion Philippines. Check out the new True Religion stores online. And syempre, I think very soon magkakaroon na din sila ng walk-in store dito sa Pilipinas.
Wow, yan. Yung mga jeans nila, no?
Oo. Kaya ako yung hoodies nila yung gusto ko.
Yung
Cream color na ano. Pag-ipunan ko talaga.
Kayang-kaya mo naman.
Hindi. Not saying na mahal ang True Religion clothes, pero kasi mga damit ko, hand-me-down lang. Speaking of hand-me-down, good drop pass papunta dito kay Jose Caicedo.
Yun ang magandang hand-me-down na pasa.
Oo.
Diba?
On time pag-sabi ko na hand-me-down. Ano nangyari?
Yes.
There's a foul going to be whistled here on Jinicio. And coming off the timeout, Coach Milo San Juan drew up a play na to get their first basket. Diba? We can see that itong ang Baliwag, same as what happened last game. Slow start din nangyari.
Yes, yun yung game nila against Leap. In the halfway mark of that first quarter, ang scoring nila dun 6-5 ang score. Ngayon, papunta na tayo halos sa halfway mark. It's still low scoring one, 4-2.
Parang papalapit na din doon sa score na yun.
Tama. But parang makikita mo, is it the same thing for Baliwag na parang diesel engine? Na magpapainit ka muna, tapos pagdating na ng second half sa aarangkada. But there are pros and cons there. Kasi paano kung gumana ang laro agad itong Pelicans at the start of the game, mahihirapan din naman ang Baliwag.
That's right. I mean, hindi naman to kagaya ng lakas 40 na parehong team no, sa second half talaga kumakamada.
Yun,
These are kids with full of energy who can play almost every day, twice a day pa nga on Sundays, di ba? Iba talaga, as we can see, the dynamic front court nito, the tall lineup of Drew Jimenez and JC Espinosa now on the floor for the Pelicans.
Yes, Twin Towers. Tapos pinasok mo pa, the son of a legend dito sa South,
Yes.
Allen Vergara, nandito na. The son of Al Vergara.
Al
yan.
Vergara, yes.
At dapat tigil na siya dito. Alam na niya, pinag-usapan na natin siya eh.
Narinig ka ata eh. Alam niya eh. As we can see, Coach Milo San Juan on your screens kanina. Baliwag, not really the start that they wanted to. But again, they did that last game against an elite basketball team. But JC Espinosa, look at that. How he attacks the basket. Always aggressive, always looking to use his athletic ability. And I covered this kid last year. He was wearing the NBS jersey of Mayor Norbert Sahali of Tawi-Tawi. Ngayon, wearing the Parañaque jersey, and yung laro niya nag-iba talaga. Just like this kid, Drew Jimenez. Pride of Pampanga din to si Drew. Laki ng mga improvements sa mga bata na nakikita ko. And I'm surprised nga, 18, 19 years old. And yet yung, no pun intended to leap basketball, di ba? Yung leap nila sa skill level, ang laki na in just a year.
Yung pag malaking mama ka talaga, no, you need to grow your body, no?
No.
At itong mga batang to, for sure, mga ina-idol nila, yung mga tulad nila, Junmar, Fajardo, and one up-and-coming player in Justin Arana. Justin Arana is that perfect guy na malaki ka, poste ka sa loob. Yun eh. Kasi usually right now, the big men are going outside, you know?
Yes.
And yun yung nakikita ko dito for Jimenez. He could be that guy for Parañaque.
Pero look at that turnaround jumper galing dito kay Stephen Marcelo. And yeah, you talked about Justin Arana. I gotta see him up close and personal. Nung 2 years niyang nag-UST before he transferred to Arellano. And nung sa UST, he was kind of playing that Zach Wang role.
Yes.
Kagaya ni Zach Wang. But then, na-unleash siya nung nagpunta siyang Arellano. And I'm seeing a lot of that din kay Drew Jimenez din naman eh. Especially with former NU bullpup siya as another basket right here.
And ito, tumatakbo na naman dito tong Baliwag. And in that last game, yung fast break points, even though it was in favor of Leap, pero gumana yung fast break kasi nila in that latter stages of that fourth quarter.
Oh, there's a whistle.
Bagsak dun.
Oh. Espinosa tumba and our referees are going to review it. So maagang magagamit ang ating IRS ngayon. JC still down on the ground.
And this will be an interesting review dito natin mga referees kasi Espinosa still down.
Oh. Coach Cesar, medyo sinasabi ni Coach Cesar, I read lips ni Coach Cesar. I can read lips kasi sapul. Sabi ni Coach Cesar.
Oh, at saka sa harap niya Sa harap niya nangyari yun. So, kitang-kita niya
And nakaupo si Coach Cesar. Tumayo siya, di ba? And well, we know Coach Cesar Babasa. I mean, his players are very, very loyal to him kasi parang father figure niya si Coach Cesar. Napakabait na tao niya ni Coach Cesar Babasa.
Sa court, intense siya, mainit siya sa game. Pero pagdating sa labas ng court,
makulit yan.
Oo, malambot din naman, di ba? Uy. Yun, kita ko kay Giseñas eh.
Oh.
Jester Junicio.
Oh, this early.
Jester Junicio out of the playing court.
Jester Junicio out of the playing court. Disqualifying foul. And he knew it immediately.
Yes.
Agad niya yung jersey niya.
Hindi na siya nag-apela o
Oo.
nagsabi sa referee. He knew it.
As, yun nga, sabi nga ni Coach Cesar, to his point, sapul, di ba?
Oo.
And the referee saw it sa IRS and this will give 2 free throws para dito kay JC Espinosa and ball possession. And this could be, you know, a momentum shifter para sa panig ng Parañaque kasi inuunti-unti na ng Baliwag yung kanilang momentum. Same thing as they did sa Leap as we were talking about. Pero with an ejection like that, Jester Junicio, crucial din siya sa laro ng Baliwag eh. He's a really good defender and a floor spacer.
Yes.
Natanggal siya sa laro, wala nang ganun. -1 na sila, di ba?
-1 talaga.
As Garcia drops it down, di nga lang nasalo ni Kenji. Here comes Baliwag. This way to the corner, Arzet. Drops it to Jacob, malangin. Masyado nga lang malalim for Jacob. JC on the run. Espinosa through the defense. Espinosa travels that time.
Yun yung kailangan i-workout nito ni JC Espinosa. Yung may halo pa siyang gigil
Oo.
when he gets an opportunity to get to the basket for that fast break. Minsan pag nandiyan yung depensa, pipilit pa rin niya eh.
That's the next step for these young kids, di ba, sa 19 under natin. Kasi ngayon, angat ka kapag mataas ka tumalon, matangkad ka, you're very athletic, you're very fast. Pero if you want to play college basketball or you want to get to the pros, that's the next step na yung pag open court, you see the floor. Hindi lang yung ring na nakikita mo, di ba, Coach Alvin?
Yes, oo. Yung kailangan trabahuhin talaga ng lahat ng mga manlalaro. Lalo na 19 under, usually they are already in their first year college, second year college. Now, if they want to still stay with that school-based lineup, kung nasa school man sila, naglalaro pa rin sila for their respective schools, kailangan talaga matutunan nila to slow it down whenever the defense is there. And then, kapag may chance, sige, itakbo mo, i-run mo inside to the hole.
That's right. Speaking of, run it inside the hole. Jacob Malangin once again with his first basket. Highlight na naman itong for Malangin as Kenji bumawi naman. Itong si Gonzalez.
And you said it earlier at the top of the coverage, Kenji Gonzalez and itong si Jacob Malangin. Yan yung matchup talagang aabangan natin between two of these young wingmen from both squads.
And look at them defend each other pa dun. I mean, you and I had a chance to see, di ba? Ito si Kenji Gonzalez dun sa Delta Cup.
Yes.
Play for the champion team Lubao. But this kid talaga, Jacob Malangin, a very crafty scorer. Dribbled through 4 defenders there before getting to the rim. Natural born scorer, itong si Jacob Malangin.
Pinag-usapan niya natin kanina, scorer siya, 20 points. Parang usual day in the office. Pag mga 19 points below, parang, okay, hindi to araw ko. Di ba? Ganun
19-20 points na off night pa yun.
Off night yun.
And that's how you know you're a good scorer, di ba? Ito, tumatakbo na naman ang mga Pelicans. Espinosa with a high catch. Look at that! Athletic finish from JC Espinosa.
JC Espinosa, yun yung mga porsyento puntos niya inside the painted area. Kayang-kaya na niya yan.
Grabe. Kita mo naman yung talon May spring sa paa itong si Espinosa What are they eating to have that kind of leaping ability, di ba? Malangin steps out of bounds before saving the basketball. And with this kind of slow-paced physical game, we can see muna itong lakas play of the quarter brought to you by J Project Clothing Shop, makers of quality uniform. Angat na angat si Espinosa doon. Tapos may counter pa dito. Kenji Gonzalez now with 5 points in his tally.
Now you can see the Kenji Gonzalez, JC Espinosa tandem working better here in this game rather than, again, yung laro nila ng Pampanga.
And sabi nga ni Kenji that game sabi niya, madaya. Sabi ko, bakit? Kapampangan ako. Binugbog ako ng sarili kong mga kaibigan.
Let's take a look at that.
Look at that, ang ating lakas shot of the quarter. Hatid sa inyo ng CDO Food Spear, food that brings you home. Knockdown shooter talaga to si Kenji Gonzalez. Just like this man at the free throw line, RZ Nicolas. Knocked down 2 crucial threes in the 4th quarter. And may crucial layup pa siya. So 8 points in the 4th in like a span of 2 minutes yung ginawa niya yun.
Yes, and yun nga, itong malalaro na to, a lot will be expected for him to help itong si Jacob Malangin for Baliwag.
Yes, but right now they find themselves down by 5 points dito. 14-9 with 1:51 remaining in this first period.
Sa unang subo hanggang huli, parang kisa aking pisngi. Kain love, love talaga, kahit di sabihin. Feel na love kami. Kain love, love talaga.
We can see JC Espinosa last game. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. A bright spot para dito sa panig ng Parañaque Pelicans against Pampanga Delta. All-around performance. And right now, let's give it over to Francine Capili for her report on JC Espinosa. France?
Always play like it's your last game. Ang sabi ni JC Espinosa when I asked him how they plan to bounce back from their loss, pinilit daw talaga nila as a team na maging maganda ang chemistry so they can come into the next games prepared. Hindi man daw sila teammates for a long time like their opponents, but they're hoping that their determination to win this game would speak for itself. Now back to you, Enzo and Alvin.
Thank you so much, France. And that's a good mindset galing dito sa young gun. JC Espinosa as his front court mate, Drew Jimenez, scores from an alley-oop play.
Ayaw magpahuli, no? Sabi niya, gumagana na kayong dalawa ni Kenji. Bigyan niyo naman ako ng chance dito.
Oo. And another kapampangan din to si Drew Jimenez, just like Kenji Gonzalez, di ba? And former teammates pa siya, parte siya ng Pradera Theme Park a few years ago. Now playing for Parañaque Pelicans, so he must have had that revenge game dapat. Pero ngayon, dito siya nagpapakita ng revenge game niya.
Pares pa rin naman daw yung kulay. Green pa rin
green
naman
pa rin naman daw.
Green pa rin.
Drew Jimenez, of course, former NU Bullpup himself. Very good big man. Look at that pass! What a pass by Kaday going over to the Celis.
Good passing there by their point guard. Nakikita mo yung ginagawa naman ng dalawang point guard dito, Kaday and Vergara. Sila yung nag-orchestrate dito for both their squads. Kaya maganda na yung tinatakbo. Lalo na nitong Parañaque Pelicans as Allen Vergara has been somewhat like nakita natin si Coach Al Vergara before. Ganyan din siya ngayon sa larong to.
Like father, like son.
Yes.
Makikita mo yung IQ And ganyan talaga normally, di ba? Kapag coach yung tatay mo, your IQ is the first thing that will be shown talaga to the world.
Sabi nila namana mo yung pagiging point guard mo rin, no?
Oo. Naiba lang ata talaga yung Curry. Si Dylan, si Steph, di ba? Shooting naman na yun. Take a look at this once again. That lakas assist of the quarter brought by SM SOUTHMALL. Beautiful pocket pass by Alan Kaday going over dito kay Deselis. And Aaron, hindi naman pinahaya. And that's a difficult pocket pass to do, di ba? Let's take a look at Coach Cesar Babasa. Paupo pa ngayon.
Relax na relax pa siya, no? Dito sa quarter na to.
Hula ko, fourth quarter, nakatayo na yun.
Hindi, kanina naman napatayo na siya ng first. Nung yung may nangyari doon sa kay JC. Doon, napatayo siya, pero simple lang naman. Sa pool.
Sa pool,
sabi niya. Sa pool.
Nanonood yan. Oh, sayang yun for Nicolas. That Jokic like behind the back from the post. Matakbo mga Pelicans. Oh, nearly for Carl Katilok.
And you can see here with 0.4 seconds remaining. So, this is a different Pelican squad. Mukhang kailangan lang nila ng isa pang linggo na makapag-ensayo pa sila all together para makuha nila ito. But again, this is not a 10-minute basketball game. It's a 40-minute basketball game. They have to work on this the entire game. Kasi alam natin itong Baliwag can make a run. Tandaan natin po, 30-9 run in that fourth quarter doon po sa laro nila against Elite Basketball PH.
30-9 run and also holding Elite Basketball scoreless for about 4 minutes. The final 4 minutes, muntik ng scoreless doon ng Leap. If it wasn't for the heroics ni DJ Triste, baka doon sa dulo kasi muntik pang makakomeback ng Elite Basketball. If it wasn't for DJ Triste, heroics as that last shot hindi naaabot for Baliwag Stars. But itong Parañaque Pelicans off to a good start dito. Sa first 10 minutes of action, Kenji Gonzalez, Drew Jimenez, JC Espinosa leading the way as we see some of these first quarter highlights. What a good start for the Pelicans. But once again, itong Baliwag Stars being led by Jacob Malangin and Arzit Nicolas trying to spark ang mga representatives ng Norte. But Kenji knocking down that triple, 5 points in the first quarter already for Kenji Gonzalez. And this connection by Alan Kaday and Aaron Deselis kanina. Beautiful pick and roll action from the Stars. But it is the Pelicans ang magbabaon ng 11 puntos na kalamangan, 22-11 after the first 10 minutes of action. This SINAG Liga ASYA Junior World Showcase Philippines Born 2004 is brought to you by J Project Clothing Shop, makers of quality uniform, our official outfitter sa SINAG Liga ASYA. JC Espinosa having another good game after that all-around performance last game against Pampanga Delta. Can it translate to a win? Siyempre dito naman sa kabilang panig, itong Baliwag Stars, they're trying to mount a comeback one more time dito. Again, this team, parang ang diesel, ang kamada dahil nga, let's not forget against Elite Basketball, they struggled heavily in the first half. But then went ballistic, especially in the fourth quarter. At the start of the second quarter, Parañaque with the basketball. Jimenez nearly turned it over. And that's a kickball violation on Kenji Gonzalez.
And you can see, Enzo, yung takbo ngayon nitong Pelicans, you can see yung rotation nila. Wala halos silang palitan ng tao. They started off with some players na usually off the bench. Now, this is the 5 na gumagana ngayon for Coach Cesar. At hindi pa niya ito pinapalitan.
Oo. Alam ni Coach Cesar kasi, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes.
Diba? But para dito sa panig ng Baliwag Stars, a guy that I did not see. This man, number 6 on your screens kanina, Adrian Toringan, who was a teammate ni Jacob Malangin a year ago in a different Bulacan team they represented, is now on the floor. That's a good lefty point guard. So dalawang lefty point guards now for Baliwag Stars. Maglalaro for them.
Oo. And at least they're still representing the province of Bulacan, eh, no?
Oo.
For the,
Ngayon, Baliwag na.
Oo, Baliwag na.
Ito nga, Toringan with the basketball. Look at him operate the pick and roll. And look at that pocket pass. That's what Adrian Toringan can bring to the table. That may scorer kang Jacob Malang, and then you have Adrian Toringan who's a great floor general, di ba? Ang ganda ng palitan nila for Coach Milo San Juan.
Oo. And itong team na to ng Baliwag, they just have to balance it out here in this second quarter. Kasi hindi naman kasi pwedeng laging ganito na slow start sila in every game here in the SLA Junior Philippines. So, kailangan mayroon silang makuha na maganda kagad yung simula natin. Kasi nga, again, pinag-usapan natin earlier, if Parañaque gets a good run to start and then tuloy-tuloyin nila yan, mahihirapan sila dito.
Yes. Especially with the field. I mean, you saw yesterday the lineup ng Hustle Rising Suns. Diba napakalakas ng team na yun as Novillo finally gets his first basket. Ashton, probably a weight lifted on his shoulders kasi kanina first quarter, he was really struggling even at the free throw line.
Yes. Minsan niya, yung free throw nga yung magpapabigay ng kumpiyansa sa'yo. Pero kung pati sa free throw, kailangan talaga makuha mo yung kumpiyansa mo on other ways on the court.
And that's the easiest shot I think he'll get all day, yung mga ganyang layup, di ba? As Vergara misses on that jumper. Baliwag slowly finding their way dito, especially pagpasok ni Adrian Toringan. Caicedo with a drive. Drops it off. Toringan will try to drop it off ulit kay Alapar, but this time basang-basa ni Drew Jimenez yun. Kenji.
And right now, ito nga Parañaque slowing it down. Again, tama itong ginagawa ni Coach Cesar Babasa. Sabihin niya yung mga bata niya, slow down tayo kasi again, kanina pa kayo nandyan sa floor. If you want to stay on the floor, huwag natin gawin yung takbuhan.
Plus yung rotations din kasi, di ba?
Yes.
Mas fresh legs itong Baliwag.
Oo, kanina pa nga sila ipaikutan ng tao. Nice find there to Caicedo.
Yes. Novillo to Caicedo. Ashton with a beautiful pocket pass. And that's the right mentality, di ba? Hirap ka sa scoring. You create some offense for your teammates.
Hindi yung hindi nila nagawa nung first quarter, no? Yung mga extra passes na gano'n. Ngayon, nagagawa na ng mga big man nila to curl into the basket and get that pass from your point guards.
So right here, that's a complete mismatch when you have the tallest player on the floor going one-on-one at the post. Drew Jimenez with that beautiful turnaround hook shot. Ang inaantay ko na lang kung meron bang bata kayang gawin yung skyhook ala Boss Eric Dam yan eh.
So, pataas. Oh. Yung lobo, no? Palobo. Pero yung lobong skyhook talaga, no? Ayan, look at that.
Grabe, lakas move of the quarter brought by True Religion Philippines. Grabe. Mano-i-mano at the post. Yung footwork ni Drew Jimenez dun. Ganda. And I quote Shaquille O'Neal, barbecue chicken, di ba?
Now, inuunti-unti na ngayon ni Coach Cesar. Ito, pinull out na muna niya. Pinalik niya muna dito sa laro. Nagbalik siya ng isang manlalaro dito on the floor. So, let's see if what other plays can they do here as Mintes.
Toringan being challenged by JC Espinosa up top.
De La Peña, pinasok mo. Nilapas mo si Allen Vergara. Now, let's see if De La Peña can't continue. Kung yung ginawang mga magaganda nito ni Allen Vergara in the early parts of that first and the second quarter.
Yes, as well as Christopher Garcia. Nakikita ko rin on the floor. Christopher Garcia, last year sa Board 2001, naglaro yan for Coach Cesar as Toringan knocks down a jumper. Toringan, a complete two-way player talaga to si Toringan and can score on all three levels. A complete point guard. He's mounting a comeback, down by 4 na lang itong Baliwag Stars. But Espinosa putting his head down and taking it all the way to the rim and drawing a foul. JC will now shoot 2. Again, let's take a look at this last shot of the quarter brought to you by CDO Food Spear Food that brings you home. Good shot there by Adrian Toringan.
2 shots, JC Espinosa.
2 free throws right here for JC. Knocks down the first one. Sige si Coach Alvin, no? Yung substitution patterns dito ng Baliwag Stars, Coach Milo San Juan, really rotating players. Hindi man platoon, pero 2 or 3 players lagi ang pinapalitan niya every time.
Yes, oo, yun nga. Hindi, yung ikot ng tao, no? Always to have a fresh player on the floor na gagana at alam na alam niyang gagana for his squad. And knowing that ito nga si Coach Cesar Babasa is really trying to see itong lineup na to with Espinosa, Gonzalez, Vergara, and Jimenez. So, yun yung apat na main man ngayon. Titingnan natin sino doon sa other players can be that 5th, 6th guy to help those 4 guys.
Again, another turnover being forced here by Baliwag. They're starting to get their groove in both ends of the floor. Ashton calls a play. Gives it to Caicedo. Caicedo underneath. Tried to create some space. That's a 3-second violation. Whistled on Jose Caicedo.
Pinayungan na nung depensa nitong Pelicans. So, nahirapan na siya to find an open teammate there.
As a timeout is being whistled here for Coach Cesar Babasa as the Pelicans lead are only down to 5 points, 25-20.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
SINAG Liga Asya Junior World Showcase Philippines is brought to you by Converge FiberX. Experience better with Converge. Ito nga si Kenji Gonzalez, the pride of Lubao, Pampanga. Good start already in the first quarter. Tas halos hindi pa siya pinapahinga ngayon because same thing that he did for Level Up Lubao when they won a championship. Two-way play ang ginagawa niya, Coach Alvin.
Oh, narinig ka na ata. Ito, pinaupo na si Kenji Gonzalez. But 6 points in their game against Pampanga in 19 minutes. Now he has 5 points already. So, unti-unti, umaangat ang laro nito ni Kenji Gonzalez. At hindi naman siya pino-force nito ni Coach Cesar na bilisan mo, umiscore ka na agad dahil ang dami naman niyang katulong in this game.
Oo. Actually, nung game nila nga against Pampanga, he was with his front court mate, Francis de la Cruz of Level Up of Lubao. Di ba mag-teammates yan sa Delta Cup? May moment dun sabi niya akin ni Kenji, daya neto ni Franz, kinuskoran ako. Hindi pala daw siya pinagbibigan.
Oo. Yun yung matchup nila doon ni Franz. Isipin mo, 3 points lang si Franz. Yun yung 3 points na yun. Yun yung sila miligan na i-score.
Kinuran ako, gano'n. Kasama pa niya si Alan Danan, di ba? So yung mga magkakaibigan naman sila. Naglolokohan lang that game, but siyempre for Kenji, he wanted to show out. Kasi kalaban niya yung home team niya. Another good pass from Turingan to a big man. This time, Marcelo naman ang recipient.
Pero usually, these teams kasi, like example, sinabi natin si Kenji Gonzalez, pagdating kasi sa loob ng court, 40 minutes of basketball, eh, hindi tayo magkababayan. We are magkaibang team tayo. Pero after nyan, we're all friends. We're all brothers in probinsya ng Pampanga.
Take a look at that last drive of the quarter brought to you by Converge FiberX. Experience better with Converge. Again, Adrian Turingan creating a lot for his teammates, di ba? A really complete point guard.
Oh, passing-wise, no? Gandang patakbo nito ni Turingan. Yun yung kailangan pa talagang trabahuhin itong koponan ng Baliwag because yun yung kulang sa kanila in that first quarter. Again, only 11 points. Now, they do have 22 points. So that's plus 11 na tayo dito. Nangangalahati na tayo kagad dito sa ating second quarter.
Para talagang diesel engine itong Baliwag. No?
Yes.
It starts slow. But yun nga, when you go up against teams na yung fast starters, di ba? Mainit agad. And there are a lot in this league, di ba? You're gonna have problems.
Yes, ano kasi ito eh, galing silang Baliwag, bumiyahe sila dito all the way to the south.
Right.
So nagpahinga sila, lumamig na naman sila eh.
Oo.
Ngayon kailangan nila ulit magpainit.
Totoo. Kumpara dito sa Parañaque, kapit-bahay lang itong Las Piñas eh. Lapit-lapit lang eh.
20 minutes, 30 minutes away.
Especially kung galing ka sukat, di ba? May lusot dyan eh. Sa may
BF.
Robinson.
BF yan, sa BF.
BF. There's a reason why I know na may lusot niya. I have a reason why I know.
Hindi, ako alam ko kasi dyan lang ako. Malapit lang ako dyan.
Dito ka lang sa South eh.
Oo.
Celis travels. Akala ko na isahan na niya. He had a mismatch in terms of height.
Minsan ganyan din kasi pag matangkad ka, sabi ko nga kanina kay JC Espinosa, may gigil talaga yun. Pag nakita ko, oy, maliit yung depensa ko, pupush niya and hindi niya naisip na yung kanyang footwork, kulang pa.
And yun yung kagandahan actually, yung beauty ng turn ng araw natin kahapon and ngayon as again another whistle is blown here to stop the transition break. Pushing foul. Good foul actually kasi that would have been 2 points. But yun na yung kagandahan ng Saturday and Sunday natin dito sa SINAG Liga Asya. We start off with the kids, 19 under. We go to the 23 and under na borderline na ng pro and college players. And then we end the day with the lakas 40.
Yes.
So, di ba, nakikita natin yung difference kasi sa lakas 40, bihira natin makita yung ganyang klaseng gigil.
Oo, at tandaan natin, meron pa tayong parating na kalibre 45.
Oo. Mas ano yun? mas walang gigil yun. Mas calibrated mga yun.
Pero hindi rin natin masabi because hindi natin in-expect na ganun din yung lakas 40, no?
There's a situation right now with the lineup dito ng Parañaque. There's one player who's supposed to check in.
Manalang, si Manalang ata yan. But again, I think he was not in the lineup, no? Kaya,
I think so. Yeah, and Coach Cesar, hindi wala namang reklamo yun si Coach Cesar doon. I think, admittedly, may mistake sila doon. As Deselis, there you go. Beautiful drop step going over to that Pectus layup sa ilalim.
oo, in-improve niya yung kanyang footwork doon. Kasi nga, napagalitan siya sigurado nito ni Coach in that situation. Pero on that foul, sigurado, mapapagalitan siya. Nito ni Coach Milo.
And yun nga, do not bite on the shot fake as you coaches say, di ba, Coach Alvin?
Yes, let's take a look at that.
That is beautiful drop step move. Ang ating lakas moment of the quarter brought by CDO Foods, where food that brings you home. Napakahirap nun na yung quick rip through to the baseline kasi maliit lang yung spasyo mo between the baseline and your defender.
Alam mo yung galaw na ganyan? I remember one PBA player before, Dennis Espino or Jun Limpot. Parang ganyan yan, yung mga drop step niya dyan sa gilid.
Dennis Espino.
Yes.
Dami. 40, lagi ko narinig yung mga pangalan niya. Dennis Espino, Jun Limpot. And alam mo yung ginagawa ko, Calvin? I go home. Dad! Dad! Hindi ko naabutan. Ang naabutan ko ng magano na drop step is Lakay Dani ay. Yun na yung oldest para sa akin.
Di, akala ko yung naabutan mong gano'n. Nomar Santiago, yung mga drop step na gano'n.
Idol ko yun. Idolo ko yun.
Oo, drop step eh. Mga drop step yun. Oh.
That's my idol.
Inaantay ko ang gawin niya yun sa laon yun.
Actually, munti ka na.
Oo, di ba?
Munti ka na niya dapat gawin. Napalakas lang talaga pasa ko sa kanya. It's my fault. It's my turnover. My fault direct.
Oh, kaya ka nilabas na, no? Yung pasa mo,
Hindi na ako pinalaro eh. It just proves na hindi dapat ako nasa court. Talaga dito lang talaga dapat ako. Yun na yun. Parang Enzo, tama na. Not for you.
Nilabas ka ni Coach Leo.
Hindi. Last 3 minutes na lang.
Ikaw na nagpalabas.
Eto, this is one thing na I see sa panig ng mga bata is the free throw shooting.
Yes.
And as a coach, Coach Alvin, why is it na yung mga bata are struggling from the free throw line but are very good from the three-point line?
Yes. And it's the situation na tinulad kasi nila ngayon, the generation ngayon watches the game of Steph Curry, the Klay Thompson, the Damian Lillard. Palayuan ang tira eh. Diba? Ngayon, pag nakuha na nila yung pulso nila from the long distance area, siyempre, pagdating mo ng free throw, malakas yung pulso mo.
Totoo.
That is one of the main problems for that. And as a coach, ako usually ang sinasabi ko sa mga bata, do not work on your three-point shooting. Work on your free throws. Why? Kasi in situations such as it's a very close game and you are on top, ikaw, papaulin ka, free throws ang importante. Hindi naman importante ang 3 points. And usually, yun yung kailangan mong ituro talaga sa lahat ng mga kabataan, the free throws. And madalas sa ensayo, ang sinasabi natin, mag-shoot kayo every practice 200 to 300 free throws.
Pero Eh, ganyan naman. Kaya mo bang practicein mga ganyan? Coach Alvin, ang ating lakas move of the quarter brought by True Religion Philippines. Christopher Garcia Jr. with the fillet on that finish.
Simpleng-simple.
Yun talaga, skill na yun, di ba?
Oo.
Coach Alvin? That's pure skill from Chris Garcia. As Jeren Datu, another Kapampangan, playing for Paranaque. Kumuha ng Kapampangan si Coach. Coach Cesar talaga. Jeren Datu din.
Marami naman kasi talagang players itong si Coach Cesar. I've seen him coach in the high school and the college ranks for dito sa school na hawak niya dito sa Paranaque. And it's a school na madalas ang kinukuha talaga niya Pampanga-based players. So, nakita niya yung ganda ng programa ng Pampanga. So, dito niya sinusubukan ibigay sa mga batang to na makapaglaro kayo dito sa Manila through other leagues, not just doon sa collegiate league nila, but also such as ito nga, ang ating SLA Junior Philippines.
Well, tingnan nga natin, di ba, yung one of the best players na binunot ni Coach Cesar Babasa, we cannot, di natin itatanggi, pride of Bicol himself, Christopher Hubilia, who's a highly touted high school recruit. Now he's gonna go to Mapua Cardinals, di ba? Going to back up that elite lineup ng Mapua, full of Clint Escamis, Warren Bonifacio, those guys.
Yes.
So,
Actually,
diba?
Clint Escamis, you do have JC Recto there in the lineup. You will have John Habonete to replace itong si Warren Bonifacio kasi Warren Bonifacio has already graduated.
Graduated na.
Oo, so yun yung exciting na aabangan natin dito for Mapua, especially with the addition nga of Chris Hubilia.
I'm excited personally. Chris Hubilia together with young guns like Peter Ryle Rosillo, Jeco Bangkale of Cebu, di ba? Yung mga up and coming for Mapua. But yun nga, Coach Cesar bumunot sa Bicol. We're seeing a diversity with regards to the lineup. Ito, hindi lang naman homegrown ng Baliwag to eh. These are talagang purong mga taga Bulacan. Meron taga San Miguel, Malolos, Plaridel, di ba? Bustos, meron din. Di ba? Very, very diverse itong mga lineups na nakikita natin sa 19 under. And that's the beauty of basketball, di ba? We're giving itong mga bata an equal opportunity. I mean, Hustle Rising Suns nga for Coach JR De La Cruz and Miss Marge De La Cruz. Bumunot sila, hindi lang Florida Blanca sila nag-focus. Bumunot pa sila from Cebu din.
Yes. Marami talagang mga manlalaro na makikita tayo na let's give them a chance to play in these kinds of leagues, di ba? And maybe somewhat like mabigyan din ng chance to play not just in the UAAP but also in the NCAA. Such as ito si Allen Vergara now with the Lyceum. So, marami talagang manlalaro yung bawat koponan dito na you can expect them to showcase their talents not just in this league but also in the big college leagues such as UAAP or NCAA.
Yes, and pwede nga rin, di ba, minsan mag-pro na agad eh. May mga ganyan eh. As another basket underneath para dito kay Stephen Marcelo. Counter jumper, no good. Good defense from Baliwag. Yeah, this is the border for Baliwag Stars, the 6-point border. But every time it goes down to 6, Paranaque will have an answer just like this for Espinosa in transition.
Yung takbuhan pa rin no? Itong koponan ng Paranaque, they still get those percentage points na para hindi nga maano yung 6-point barrier na yan.
Oh, wide open look again for the Baliwag Stars and knocking it down from downtown. Itong si Romer Mendoza.
Now that breaks that 6-point barrier. Let's see if they can come very close to end this quarter.
The closest they were to in this quarter was 4. Kanina 24 to 20, but Espinosa hangs in midair. Second serving, wala. Look at that rebounding prowess by Jimenez. Vergara double team, splits the defense behind the back. Extra pass and Espinosa, basket and one. Grabe naman yun. Basket and one. Look at that pass by Vergara to Garcia and then Chris with the footwork and the extra pass. And Espinosa with the lakas drive of the quarter, brought by Converge FiberX. Experience better with Converge. Grabe, what a basket there for JC Espinosa.
And again, inside points na naman para dito kay Espinosa. Now, what I need to see here from JC Espinosa is his free throw shooting. Yung game nila against Pampanga, he shot 2 out of 7 from the free throw line. Yan yung magiging Achilles heel nito
Totoo.
ni JC Espinosa. Let's see if he can make this free throw.
And a year ago, that has been his Achilles heel talaga when he still played for NBS. Yun yung rason bakit minsan as you said nga ko, Dalvin, in the fourth quarter, mailalaro ka ba ng coach mo if you can't make your free throws, di ba? I think that's the next step for JC Espinosa, di ba?
Yes, lalo't kung dikit ang laro, no? Minsan, gusto mo siyang gamitin because of his offense inside and defense, because of his long arms. And such as
like
that!
this! Wow! Espinosa throwing it down!
Wow! Who says this is a 19-year-old kid, no?
Grabe, oo. May spring talaga sa paa eh. An exclamation point to end this quarter, but Novillo trying to beat the buzzer from way downtown. What a way to end the first half for Parañaque. That throwdown for Espinosa puts them back up by 10 points dito. Take a look at this one more time. Chris Garcia to Espinosa for the lakas moment of the quarter. Brought to you by CDO Food Spear, food that brings you home. And Espinosa puts it down for a 10-point Parañaque lead at the half dito. 41-31. Kapit lang mga kasinag. Who will win this game of different directions? Is it Parañaque? Is it Baliwag? Malalaman natin po yan sa magbabalik natin dito sa SLA Junior World Showcase Philippines. Hello mga kasinag, Enzo Galarosa of SINAG Liga Asya, and we are here at the Manila International Auto Show 2024, and I am with the Managing Director of Jitor Auto Philippines, Mr. Miguelito. Sir, kamusta po kayo? Magandang hapon sa iyo. And talk about the launch that you had, diba? Dalawang bagong kotse for Jitor. What are your reactions to that?
Okay, we are so happy that the consumers, that the auto industry, the auto community, this is most awaited model variant of Jetour. So we are so happy that they are all here witnessing our launch, the grand launch, the public launch of the Jetour T2 and our dashing PHEV. So now they can go to our showroom in about 23 showrooms nationwide, and they can inquire with our sales executive, Jetour Sales Ambassador, all about T2 and dashing PHEV.
Mr. Miguelito, we saw two brand new cars for you, which also adds up to the selection, the X70, the X70 Plus, the dashing, and also the cute and comfortable ice cream, diba? In a competitive segment that Jitor has entered, what is the advantage of these two brand new cars and your other cars over the competition?
Okay, this T2 is the most advanced when it comes to technology. It features the intelligent four-wheel drive. It has an advanced driver assist system that it has about 17 to 18 functions. It has airbags, about 8 airbags. It has 12 speakers with high-end system, sound system of by Sony. And it has a lot of features that is really worth value of the money of consumers. At each category, I think this is #1 now in the market.
#1 now in the market, and you're just 1 year into the Philippines, right? In sales in the Philippines, just like our league, SINAG Liga Asya. There's a lot of similarities between the Jetour Auto Philippines and SINAG Liga Asya. Are those similarities visual, and that's why you also partnered with us as our official sponsor?
Yes, sa mga kasinag natin, I am so happy because the Kasinag board of directors, the one who is running Kasinag, are my former colleagues, friends, and I am so happy that the Kasinag is giving opportunity to our youth, to our athlete, and that is what also Jetour is offering. We are offering the latest of its technology when it comes to automotive industry. You will see all our models from Dashing, from X70 up to this latest T2, all the features. Rarely or seldom you can find this feature present in other, I won't say anything.
Well, as you said nga, Jetour is drive your future, and SINAG Liga Asya is the league of the future. Now, Sir Miguelito, you can invite the mga kasinag to go to the showrooms of Jetour and check out their whatever car they want, the X70, the new T2, or the Dashing. You can go ahead and invite them.
Okay, first I would like to invite you. This is a 4-day exhibit at the Manila International Auto Show here at World Trade Center. So you can come here until Sunday. We are featuring the latest model of Jetour T2, and the Dashing PHEV. So sa ating mga kasinag, sa ating mga viewers, sa ating followers, we can also invite you to visit our showroom nationwide. We have about 23 dealers nationwide to serve and to get these products closer to you.
Once again, that is the Managing Director of Jetour Auto Philippines, Sir Miguelito Jose. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations on the success.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It is our pleasure. Once again, mga kasinag, go to the nearest Jetour store near you, and also tutok lang po sa SINAG Liga Asya for more updates with the league. Ako po si Enzo Galarosa from SINAG Liga Asya. We are one. What is up, mga kasinag? It is the Chief Enzo Galarosa at andirito po tayo for the SLA Inspire SINAG Liga Asya Basketball Clinic in partnership with Leap Basketball PH. Liga na!
Go, ready, stretching.
Unang-una, talagang mag-enjoy yung mga bata. Tapos pangalawa na lang din yung pagde-develop sa kanila kasi makuha lang natin sila na mag-enjoy, maglaro ng basketball hanggang sa pagtanda. Mission success na tayo doon. Kaya by doing this, talagang grateful kami sa SLA family na talagang nagdala sila ng 75 or plus na mga bata para mag-enjoy at matuto.
Ang dami nag-i-invite sa atin para sa ganitong basketball team sa mga lugar-lugar kung saan pupunta ang SINAG Liga Asya para sa buong Pilipinas, sa buong barangay. SINAG Liga Asya, asahan niyo po kami na tutulong kami, pati po ang SLA Legend. Abangan niyo mamaya yan, maglalaro sila. Kaya napakaswerte natin kasi General Ronald Lee, kahit na very busy, naisip niya itong basketball clinic na to para sa Bawang La Union. Para po sa lahat ng makapanood nito, sakay na para sa SINAG Liga Asya.
Dapat hindi matapos dito ngayon. Kailangan tuloy-tuloy yung programa natin. Yan ang pinakamaganda dyan. Siyempre, sa tulong ni General Lee, mga ganitong mga basketball clinic at tulong ng SLA at ng LIP, ituloy natin ang programa para sa mga kabataan.
Congrats! Congrats! Okay, go, water break. Thank you kay General Lee and sa mga tao na nag-organize ng event na to. I believe na madami pang magiging kasunod to, hindi lang dito sa Bawang La Union, kundi sa buong parte ng Pilipinas. Kaya please keep on supporting SINAG Liga Asya and Deep Basketball PH para malay nyo next time, dyan naman kami sa mga lugar nyo.
At yan po mga kasinag, dyan na po magtatapos ang ating SINAG Liga Asya Inspire Basketball Clinic in collaboration with Leap Basketball PH. Tutok lang po kayo kung saan kami susunod nang magbibigay inspirasyon sa mga kabataan. Once again, ako po si Enzo Galarosa of SINAG Liga Asya. We are one.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized, quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
Sobrang bilis ba? Yan ang bilis ng FiberX. Yan ang internet.
Sa unang subo hanggang huli, parang kisa aking pisngi. Kain love, love talaga, kahit di sabihin. Feel na love kami. Kain love, love talaga.
Good afternoon mga kasinag. Before we continue to the second half of the game, I am here today with Sir Baldo Torres, the team manager of BALIWAG Stars, for our halftime interview. Sir, as the manager, how do you handle the coaching staff, the players, and the team as a whole and motivate them during the games?
Good afternoon. Siyempre tayo bilang manager, lagi muna tayong kumumusta sa ating mahal na punong lingkod, punong lungsod pala, Mayor Ferdy Estrella, kung ano yung mga kailangan ng mga manlalaro, ng ating mga coaches, ay ibibigay natin yun 101% para sa ating team.
What can we expect from the BALIWAG Stars on the upcoming game, sir?
Makakaasa po kayo na ang aming koponan na BALIWAG Stars ay mas pag-iigihan pa ang mga susunod na laro at pagbubutihan pa namin para magbigyan lalo ng karangalan ang ating lungsod ng Baliwag.
Now, before we end, I would give you the opportunity to greet and thank people po.
Okay. Unang-una, gusto natin magpasalamat sa ating punong lungsod, Mayor Ferdy Estrella, sa ating ina ng lungsod ng Baliwag, Mayor Rosana Estrella, at sa lahat ng mga Baliwagenyos na taus-pusong sumusuporta sa ating pupunon na BALIWAG Stars. Umasa po kayo na palagi namin pag-uusayan ang bawat laro namin dito sa SINAG Liga Asya.
Thank you, Sir Baldo Torres. And that is it for our halftime interview. Now I'm turning it over to Enzo and Alvin.
Thank you so much, Franz, and thank you so much, Sir Baldo Torres, the team manager of the BALIWAG Stars, as his team is currently down by 10 points, 41-31 against the Parañaque Pelicans. You're still joined by the Chief Enzo Galarosa and Coach Alvin Tanyada. And Coach Alvin, what did you see dito sa panig ng Parañaque Pelicans? Why are they up by double digits?
Oh, yun nga, Enzo, yung maganda nilang performance ng kanilang Fab Four. When I say Fab Four, you have Espinosa, Gonzalez, Jimenez, and Vergara. Yun yung apat tala tumatakbo sa kanilang koponan. And it continued all throughout that ball game. But the question is the bench support. Yun yung kailangan tumulong dun sa apat. But again, we can see that Baliwag finally got their rhythm in the latter stages of the second quarter. Pero again, umalagwa na naman yung Parañaque courtesy of JC Espinosa.
yung sabi mo, Fab 4, no? Yung Espinosa and Jimenez, parang Juan Howard and Chris Webber of the Fab 5, di ba? So, classic yung reference mo yun. For sure, di kilala ng mga bata na to. Kasi ito yung Chris Webber, pwede. Pero di nila naabutan siguro yung Fab 5. Baka di ko na maabutan, pero I watched, di ba? But, yun nga, this was the exclamation point for that perfect first half for the Parañaque Pelicans and Coach Cesar Babasa, which really sums up Baliwag in the first half. Yung transition defense nila, they had a lot of trouble. As we will see, yung nga yung halftime stats dito, napaka-solid ng ginawa neto ng Parañaque Pelicans. Look at that field goal percentage, 40%. Whenever you can shoot 40%, diba? That's a good clip already.
Yes, and again, it's a better shooting percentage for them. And all throughout these numbers, yun nga, talagang gumanda yung laro ng Pelicans out of that game from Pampanga. Fast break points, look at that, 12-4. And capitalized with that last slam dunk of JC Espinosa. And then rebounding, syempre, Baliwag. Syempre, mas maraming malaki rin naman mga players itong Baliwag. That's why they have a +4 advantage here. But again, it's a total team effort for the squad. And look at that. Yung numbers ni JC Espinosa, 14 points already. And that is his numbers already from their last game against Pampanga.
2 points away na lang. No? He leads all scores nga with 14. Jimenez with 6. Kenji Gonzalez with 5. And Carl Katilok with 4 points for the Pelicans. For the Stars naman, they're being led by Marcelo with 10. 9 for Jose Caicedo. 8 for Aaron DeCelis. And 5 for Romero Mendoza. And the crucial part dito for Baliwag, as we can see yung leading scores, only 2 points for their star scorer. Etong si Jacob Malangin.
Yes, na-limit nila. Jacob Malangin only 2 points on 1 out of 6 shooting. Way below dun sa ginawa niya in their last game of 23 points and 70% shooting. Look at that. Those numbers pa lang makes a big difference.
And ito, Coach Alvin, you being a coach yourself, di ba? This is the big part for me. Their two best players, the Baliwag Stars best players, Arzet Nicolas and Jacob Malangin. Their plus-minus, Nicolas is -14 when he's on the floor. Etong si Jacob Malangin is -11. How big is that? Na -11 and -14 ang two big stars mo.
Yes, yun nga eh. Malaking bagay yun kasi every time that you're on the floor, yung plus-minus na yan, pag minus ka, mahirap yan eh dahil parang lahat ng ginagawa mo sa floor, negative eh. No? Oo, kahit na pasal man yan or tira man yan, it's still a negative and they have to work on it kasi they were the top 2 performers of that last game. A combined 38 points from the two of them. Today, they do have only 3 points para dito sa koponan ng Baliwag.
But that's a good start for Arzet Nicolas, knocking down that hook shot from the baseline. Can this be another second half explosion para nga sa Baliwag? But agad-agad bumawi itong si, what's the nickname you gave?
JC Springer?
classic show yun. Pinapanood sa YouTube yung Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer. Ito, JC Springer.
JC Springer.
Kasi, you said it earlier, it's like a spring, you know? Yung spring
sa paa.
Yung pagtalon niya agad. Alam mo na kayang-kaya niya. And yun yung ginagawa niya dito. And look at that. Not just improving on his scoring here, but also on his free throw shooting. Ang ganda ng shooting nito ni JC Espinosa in this the free throws right now. That's 6 out of 9 from the free throw line. Way better than his 2 out of 7 shooting from the last game.
But this time, Ashton Novillo knocking down the 3 points. That's a good start for Baliwag. Knocking down their first 2 field goals of the game as Kenji! Wow!
The double pump, the double pump.
Sabi nga niya medyo good mood daw siya ngayon kasi hindi na daw siya binabantayan ni Christian Vergara.
Yes.
Kasi kabantayan niya last game eh.
Oo, kakampi niya ngayon Vergara.
Allen Vergara naman. Kukulo ko talaga ito sa case. But again, another good start, Jacob Malangin. So everyone na binabanggit natin for Baliwag is now starting to make damage.
Yes, and then you were saying earlier, Kenji Gonzalez, 7 points already, 1 point plus pa on that score from last game. So, but again, JC Espinosa has been a very special player in this matchup, continuing what he did from last game to this game. And mas maganda, yung marami na siyang katulong for this game.
Yes. And he has actually eclipsed yung last game performance and now 18 points compared to the 16 against Pampanga. As Malangin, look at that! Professional scorer itong si Jacob Malangin talaga with that lefty finish pa.
And that's the right word, professional scorer. Even though he's still 19 years old, pag sinabi mong scoring, iyan yung magdadala nito ni Jacob Malangin.
Yes. Ito na naman yung dynamic front court. Di nga lang pumasok for Drew Jimenez yung kanyang flip shot. Ashton, look at that defense by Vergara. Garcia in transition, beautiful Euro. And then the putback by Kenji Gonzalez.
And Kenji Gonzalez is that perfect front court partner para doon sa Twin Tower nitong Parañaque Pelicans of Jimenez and Gonzalez. Laking bagay, no? Nang natutulungan niya itong dalawang big men.
Grabe. I mean, yung Kenji Gonzalez na yun, sanay na sanay siya to move without the basketball, play that role player. I mean, you're teammates with CJ Delfino, di ba?
Yes.
And Francis De La Cruz. Look at that beautiful move by Chris Garcia. Finally, Chris Garcia gets on the board for Parañaque. It felt like forever yung kanyang earlier highlight, di ba? And right now, another highlight ang ating lakas move of the quarter brought to you by True Religion Philippines. And I've been counting his second lakas move of the quarter na yan in this ball game alone.
Yes, that is how very good the squad is for Coach Cesar Mabasa. Pero again, pinag-uusapan natin, these five on the floor, these are their mainstays. The question is the bench.
Yeah.
Yun ulit yung magiging susi ng Parañaque dito. In this game, yes, they are performing well. And swerte nga nila, hindi pa gumagana nga ito sila Jacob Malangin at saka ito si Arzet Nicolas. But again, in the next games, how can the bench help out these five players? Kasi it's not just five players that should win a ball game for their squad. It should be an entire team helping each other out.
Yes, again, another bucket for Baliwag. They're starting to get their offense going, but the defense, yun lang ang question mark sa kanila ngayon, the defense.
Yes.
So just like that, although Chris Garcia did miss, naka-rim run si Chris Garcia with 4 white shirts around him na walang kakampi.
Yes, ang ganda kagad ng bato ng bola papunta sa front court. Even though 4 players are already here, walang tulong. So take a look at this one.
Beautiful dish by Aston Novillo to Marcelo. And yun lang trabaho ni Steven Marcelo, no? Tambay-tambay lang sa dunker spot.
Yes, yun sa weak side, nandun siya to get those extra passes. And another steal there by Allen Vergara.
And again, another fast break points for JC Espinosa. Now up to 20 points. Itong si JC, an impressive performance for this young man at balik to the biggest lead of this ball game na ang kalamangan ng Parañaque, 53-42 after another Espinosa. 2 points right here, 5 minutes and 38 seconds natitira sa ating third period.
J Project Clothing Shop has been a sublimation company for a long time. We have evolved by proving quality and top-notch products for our customers. The design jerseys are carefully examined and printed in a quality machine that produces a fast printing, the biggest machine in the printing industry. In the sewing section, all the sewing experts use quality thread, needles and machine to make the product good-looking and durable. We customize clothing and sportswear in full sublimation. What are you waiting? Visit us now.
Take a look at Jacob Malangin, number 3 for the Baliwag Stars. What a performance for him last game. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals when once again sticking it up against the League Basketball PH.
Yes, yun nga. 23 points. Another day in the office for him. But again, in this game, kailangan pang pumukpok nito ni Jacob Malangin.
As right now, speaking of Jacob Malangin, let's check in with Francine Capili for her report on Jacob Malangin. France?
Thank you, Enzo. I had the chance to talk to Jacob Malangin, who scored 23 points on their last game against Deep Basketball, and I asked him how he plans on turning their win into a streak of wins. And his answer was very simple. Ibibigay niya lang ang lahat dahil alam niyang pinaghandaan sila ng kanilang kalaban. And at the end of the day, he came here to win and his team wants to win. And he'll let the numbers speak for itself. Now back to you, Enzo and Alvin.
Thank you so much, France. As Chris Garcia knocked down the triple, he came here to win and he let the numbers speak for himself. Diba? Grabe.
Yes, oo. Siyempre, hindi naman yan magpapahiya sa kanilang lugar ng Baliwag Bulacan dahil Siyempre, ang layo ng binyahin yan, even though it's a Sunday, medyo maluwag-luwag. And
mamaya pa uwi,
mamaya pa uwi, hindi na. Pero you can know that you are traveling 3 to 4 hours all the way here to the SM South Mall. Siyempre, hindi naman pwedeng uuwi ka na talo kayo eh, no? Ang maganda, yung uwi ka sa Bulacan, panalo kayo, at maganda yung performance mo, siyempre.
He reminds me, his game reminds me of FEU Jeff Chan. Yung scorer na Jeff Chan before he was this elite shooter as Marcelo and Jimenez nagkakapisikalan doon before the inbound and the referees gave them double techs.
Yes, konting git-gitan eh, no? Kamustahan between these two players. But yes, you are right. Jacob Malangan, somewhat like a Jeff Chan. You were saying that comparison. And malaking bagay kasi yung performance talaga ni Jacob Malangan for the squad of Baliwag. Where Jacob Malangan goes, doon pupunta rin itong Baliwag Stars.
And kaya ako actually naisip yung Jeff Chan comparisons bukod sa kaliwete. I mean, Jeff Chan, when he was at FEU, he wasn't as elite of a shooter compared nung pagpasok niya na sa PBA, di ba? I mean, Jeff Chan was a pure scorer in college. Pagdating niya sa PBA, especially for Rain or Shine and sa Gilas, dun siya na mas nakilala bilang shooter, di ba?
A designated 3-point shooter, di ba? Kaliwete, kaya talagang pumweso kahit saan dun sa Rainbow Territory.
I cannot forget yung talagang Jeff Chan, a player we covered nung Lakas 40 Season 1, Jaire Ebajes defeated Bimeg Lamajos in the finals, di ba? Yung talagang yung Jeff Chan, yung 3 points niya, and the young Paul Lee, di ba? I mean, when we compare these young athletes, the athletes of tomorrow, to all-time greats, di ba? Laking parangal yan sa mga bata na to.
Yes.
But it's also putting pressure on their shoulders, di ba?
Yes, and ito kanina naisip natin, itong lineup ng Parañaque Pelicans in this matchup. If you can, the fans here know the Santa Lucia Realtors from before. You do have Jimenez as your Jun Limpot. You do have Espinosa as your 3 guy, as your 4 guy like Dennis Espino. Yung mga footwork niyang dalawa. Then you have Kenji Gonzalez, somewhat like Kenneth Torrentes. Ganyan yung mga laruan yan. Then Allen Vergara as your lead point guard like a Denok Miranda.
Yes.
Grabe yung team na to. And then you have Garcia as your spark plug like a Ryan Reyes.
Naabutan ko lang itong dalawa. Denok Miranda, Ryan Reyes na. As we can see this lakas stress of the quarter brought by Sunsport, the official basketball of SINAG Liga Asya. Beautiful jumper by Adrian Turingan as another investigation for an unsportsmanlike foul dito. Dahil nga off the ball. Tapos, again, it happened right in front of the bench ni Coach Cesar Babasa.
And now, I think it's si Allen Vergara ba? Yung natumba. Either siya yung at fault doon or siya ba yung titira ng free throws.
Yun yung the advancements of technology, diba, na makikita natin dito sa IRS. Let's take a look at this. Garcia is running there. Oh! Di pala si Vergara. It was Chris Garcia. Natamaan.
And remember, meron na tayong isang player na na-eject na kagad dito in this ball game.
Yes. So, and that was for the Baliwag Stars, di ba?
Let's see.
Junicio yun, number 32, Jester Junicio.
That's just a pushing foul.
Kaday.
Medyo malakas lang kasi yung tulak no? Kaya nga, sa payat din ito ni Garcia. Lilipad at lilipad.
Well, ano yun din natin? Let's call it as it is. Medyo may embellishment din dun si Garcia. I mean, like I said, Chris Garcia, his experience, di ba? Naglaro na to sa Born 2001 last year sa season, the very first, the inaugural season of SINAG Liga Asya. He played for Parañaque Pelicans against much older players than him, di ba? Medyo natuto na rin siguro to ng konting acting.
Pagiging veteran.
Five fouls.
De Celis yun.
So naiwas nga yung ejection for Kaday, but Aaron De Celis now fouls out with 3 minutes and 53 seconds of the third quarter pa yan.
Now, this will be a question for Baliwag. Who will stop itong si Jimenez para dito sa koponan ng Parañaque because Drew Jimenez has been playing superb at the post.
Yes. Grabe nga itong si Drew Jimenez. I mean, this kid is a pride of Pampanga, a former bullpup himself. Very, very solid post player. And very rare do you see a player like Drew Jimenez ngayon, especially sa mga bata na more focused at the post. Kasi syempre, ano ba mga nakikita ng mga bata ngayon? The Joel Embiids, the Anthony Davis, the Nikola Jokic's na nagdadala ng bola, gustong tumira sa labas. But Drew Jimenez, a classic big man who wants to bang it down low at the post, di ba?
Coming from the outside, usually, lahat na ng mga big man natin ngayon, you know? So, again, as I said earlier, the only big man that I know that loves to still put it inside is Justin Arana. And idagdag mo na lang na, syempre, Junmar Fajardo still continuing to do that.
Actually, meron pa ako sa dadagdag. Justin din. Pwede Pampanga, Balti himself.
Balti himself, yes.
So, yun nga, very rare na, di ba? Most of the big men are now starting to play outside and with success. I mean, you can see Big Bo Belga, di ba? Having a career resurgence, a career here ngayon. PBA, di ba? So, it's nothing wrong.
And it's very much because, syempre, happy rin siya because he's back to his old mentor na nakapag-bring up ng kanyang magandang career, which is under Coach Yeng Yao.
Nabanggit mo. Ito, Kaday with a score on the fast break. So, again, Baliwag trying to slow things down, but here comes Jimenez at the post. Good double team by Turingan to help out. 3 minutes and 5 seconds as itong Parañaque Pelicans would like to thank their sponsors, ang GRA, ang Guts Remake Apparel, ang Beck Safety Training Consultancy, Pocari Sweat, and Sir Rex Cruz.
Yes, yan si Rex Cruz, isa sa mga kaibigan natin yan sa Parañaque. So, alam mo yan, si Rex Cruz, magaling na basketball player din yan.
Ilan taon?
Nasa 30 plus yan.
Hindi pa pwede siya.
Oo, hindi ba. Pero isa sa mga magagaling na Rex Cruz, para lang sa alam natin, is a former teammate of Cholo Villanueva dyan sa Parañaque.
Oh!
Yan.
Coach Cholo,
Coach Cholo. Avians years. Tawag namin dyan kasi taga-Munwak Parañaque. Mga taga-Munwak, yan, alam nila yan. Avians years. Simon Atkins was there. Simon Atkins was a young guy before. Ano mo, mga panahon nun, I think I was 18. Simon Atkins was only 12 years old, pero may score na siya ng 50 puntos! Yan ang
But yun nga lang, I believe he gets a technical for hanging on the rim doon.
Pero again, JC Springer!
Grabe! He just rocked the rim once again. And Coach Cesar trying to plead his case, but take a look at this. Wow! See it with your chest, young man. Grabe. Pelicans can fly. Oo.
Alam mo yung hawak ng ulo ng mga kakampi niya because of the slam. Kahit ako napahawak na eh.
Oo. I mean, dahil Pelicans ang name nila and he's the highest flying Pelican, he might be their version of Zion Williamson, di ba?
Yes.
The dunking phenom.
And tanda mo, kaliwete rin si
Zion. Grabe. I mean, JC Espinosa, his second rim rocker. Third rim rocker of the tournament. Last game against Pampanga. Ang dami niyang ginulat dito in the fast break. Bigla siyang tumalon for a dunk. Everyone was surprised.
But again, in that game, syempre, yung game nila against Pampanga, more or less, it was a breakaway game. They were letting him do that. But again, here in this game, di kita yung laro and you're giving him that opportunity. Aangat yung laro ng Pelicans yan because parang parang baterya, kini-kickstart mo, gigising yung mga kampi niya.
Oo. Niluwa nga lang yun for Nicolas. Still out of sync for RZ Nicolas from 3. And they desperately need his shooting and scoring prowess in this ball game.
Napakakulang pa rin nung ginagawa ni RZ dito.
Garcia being blitzed at the baseline. Nawala yung bola. Drew. They swing it around. Kenji from the corner. I thought that would go in pa. Here comes Turingan. Adrian gives it to Jose. Back to Allen. Kaday from way downtown. Off the mark. Vergara with the board. Kenji on the run. That's a pushing foul going to be whistled here on RZ Nicolas.
Akala ko pati si Kenji, susubok na rin, no?
Actually, kaya ni Kenji eh.
Kaya. At kaya lang hindi lang siya nabigyan ng oportunidad dahil nandun na yung depensa eh.
I mean, this Parañaque, this is a way to bounce back. Although there's still a fourth quarter, but you're playing really, really well dito. But then again, you have to be aware of who Baliwag are. Let's not forget yung sinabi mo kanina, Coach Alvin, di ba? 30-9 run in the fourth quarter, di ba?
In the last 6 minutes, of that game. Yes.
30 points in 6 minutes, di ba? Napakahirap niya. 30 points nga sa isang quarter, isang 10-minute quarter, napakahirap na eh.
Oo, yun nga eh. Pero 30-9, that's a 21-point lead in that 6-minute span. Let's see if makukuha ulit nitong Baliwag yung ganyang klase ng laro here as,
Give me them cookies, sabi ni Domado. Andun lang eh, nakaabang lang siya. Then the ball just went on his hand.
Easy, no? Nakita niyo yung weak side. No weak side help there. So, go ahead.
Turingan. Working the pick and roll, splitting the defense. Yun nga lang, there's a third defender on him as Arzet is fouled. Can this be the free throws that will get Nicolas going?
Now again, I was saying earlier for Parañaque, nilalabas na ni Coach Cesar yung mga main guys niya. Jimenez, and then Espinosa. Now you go bring out Gonzalez. Vergara is also out. Those Fab 4 guys. Ang question ngayon, can these 5 on the floor get things running here for their squad? Wala na rin si Garcia dito sa loob.
Yes.
So this is practically a new 5 on the floor for the Pelicans. Now, can they get things going here? And see that?
Turnover.
Turnover coming from the bench support of this Pelican squad. Yun yung kailangan trabahuin dito ng Pelicans because another turnover.
Yes.
So, dito mapapaisip si Coach Cesar. Should I bring back my players back in or let's just close this quarter on a good note, just playing defense?
Yes, as ito nga, balik din si Malangin on the floor. So, some more firepower for Baliwag. Let's see how the Pelicans hold up. Turingan from the corner. Adrian knocked down one earlier. Kaday with an offensive rebound, and Kaday is fouled. He'll troop to the free throw line.
Turnover, fouls, not the way Parañaque would like to give itong sa laro na ito. And for Baliwag, maganda naman yung tinatakbo nila because of their performance. Tinitake advantage nila ngayon. Nawala yung 5 doon sa floor for Parañaque. Kayanin natin to. Let's take advantage of that situation. Balik natin ito si Turingan. Balik natin itong si Malangin. Let's see if how Parañaque will adjust. And they did not make that necessary adjustment. Now, itong Baliwag is running on a good note to end the quarter.
Of course, they also know na one of their very big supporters, Mayor Ferdy Estrella of Baliwag, and ang mga Baliwagenyos, nakatutok sa kanila ngayon, so hindi magpapatalo basta-basta. They force another turnover right here. Nearly forcing the issue itong Baliwag in just 27 seconds. They forced 3 consecutive turnovers on Parañaque.
Yes. Yun nga yun yung iisipin niya ni Coach Cesar heading into the fourth quarter. What will be my bench help here? Where will I get the help? Kasi if this will be a critical quarter for them, the bench should work double time.
That is right, but still nonetheless, etong Parañaque has a 10-point lead because of this high-flying Pelican himself. JC Espinosa, 21 points, 2 rebounds, and an efficient 8 out of 12 field goals. Everything is at the rim or at the free throw line para kay JC Espinosa. Kanina nakita natin yung kanyang unang dunk. And then he capped it off with this emphatic slam in this third period. What a performance. 21 points through 3 quarters for JC Espinosa and his team. The Pelicans are up by 10 points, 65-55, entering the fourth and final quarter of this ball game. The SINAG Liga Asya Junior World Showcase Philippines is brought to you by SM SOUTHMALL. Our home dito sa SINAG Liga Asya. And of course, Sunsport, our official basketball dito sa SINAG Liga Asya. Ganda ng bola, no? Of course, Video Gear Incorporated, our official production partner dito. Shout out Tito Fernan Obrero. And I also want to take this moment to touch a little personal note sa pamangkin ni Tito Fernan, si Sir Manny Obrero. One of our friends dito ay nakasama natin sa SINAG Liga Asya. Condolence to the entire Obrero family and also to the entire Video Gear staff. Napakalapit na kaibigan nila kay Sir Manny Obrero. Rest in peace, Sir Manny, and also to the Video Gear family and Tito Fernan, the rest of the Obrero family po. Our condolences goes out to you and your family.
Yes, wow. Our deepest condolences to the family. And syempre, we need to give them at least the heads or a special shout out nga naman because syempre naging parte rin naman sila ng pamilya ng SINAG Liga Asya.
And actually, the first time na naglaro ang SINAG Liga Asya dito sa SM Southmall, andito si Kuya Manny. I remember that. And siya yung actually nag-aayos ng kable dito sa monitor ng panel. Noon I had an interaction with him, yun na naaalala ko sa kanya. It's just really, sad na it happened. And again, our deepest prayers and condolences go out to the Obrero family and the rest of the Video Gear. They're close-knit family talaga ang Video Gear.
Yes, and for sure, nandito pa rin naman siya sa venue, helping us out here. Watching the game, syempre.
Kaya walang palya yung ating
diba?
A three-pointer finally made here by Steel Singal. So etong Baliwag Stars, they're slowly creeping in the same thing that they did against Leap Basketball as Garcia misses. Truth comes flying away there.
And you see here, the start of the quarter, ayaw nang iwanan to ni Coach Cesar Mabasa. You see the five players that have made a good impression here for Parañaque Pelicans. Binalik na niya dito. Siyempre, ayaw niya pabayaan tong laro na to.
Totoo. Kikita mo anino yung galaw ni Jacob Malangin. Reminds me of Kuya Jemar Bragais sa Pinoy Step na yan. Diba? Kaliwetin to kaliwetin. Take a look at this lakas move of the quarter. Brought to you by True Religion Philippines. Malangin doing a Jemar Bragais impression there. And it cuts the lead back down to 9 points, 69-60.
Sa unang subo hanggang huli, parang kisa aking pisngi. Kain love, love talaga, kahit di sabihin. Feel na love kami. Kain love, love talaga.
Kayo pa rin po ay nakatutok dito sa SM Events Hall in SM Southmall, Las Piñas City for the continuing coverage of SINAG Liga Asya Junior World Showcase Philippines. As we can see some of the fans here inside the SM Events Hall of all ages, di ba? And mga pamilya. Siyempre, Sunday is family day as always.
And syempre, nandito tayo ngayon sa SM Southmall. Ano ba naman yung after mo manood or after nyo kumain dyan sa mga pagkainan sa baba, dalaw muna kayo dito to watch. And these are the future players. And it's not just the future that we'll be seeing here today, di ba, Enzo?
The future and the titos. Ako sabihin, the past.
Para ako, kuya dapat mga kuya.
Kuya sa'yo.
Kuya.
Ako tito na. Tito na sa akin Once again, another foul whistled here on Drew Jimenez. And this will give free throws dito kay Steel Kasingal, who can cut the lead further down. As Allen Vergara gets warned for faking a foul kanina on his earlier three-point attempt. So again, Baliwag, I'm seeing that they're going to do the same thing that they did sa Leap Basketball. Get in transition, get into early penalty itong Parañaque, and then biglain sila ng init ng shooting.
Yes, Dahil again, hindi pa naman to, yung kuponan nila, hindi pa naman malayo ito. 7 points still ito anything can still happen here in this quarter.
And let's not forget, as you pointed it out nga, Coach Alvin kanina, sabi mo the heavy minutes that the 5 players ni Coach Cesar Babasa are playing, yung resistensya nila sa dulo, di ba? Is it gonna hold up?
Yun yung question talaga dyan. Again, these are the 5 players. Ang ganda ng performance nila in the 3 quarters. And again, as what I said earlier, basketball is not just a 30-minute basketball. It's a 40-minute basketball. So let's see if these 5 players can do wonders here.
And right now, let's check in with Francine Capili for her report on the 4th and final period of the game. Franz?
The star of Lubao, ika nyo nga, Kenji Gonzalez, is driven to make up from their loss against Pampanga Delta. Ang sabi niya nga sa akin, focus lang sa goal. A very simple mindset from a very valuable player. Now I'm turning it over to you, Alvin and Enzo.
Thank you so much, Franz. Yun nga, focus lang sa goal. Of course, after winning a championship for your city, for your municipality of Lubao in Pampanga, di ba? Ngayon naman, Parañaque City naman ang gusto niyang bigyan ng kampyonato.
Oo, syempre, playing under Coach Cesar Babasa, pinaglalaroan niya sa college level niya. So, yun.
Yes, and one thing dito, para sa panig ng Parañaque Pelicans, they are trying to just play keep away. Play keep away dito sa Baliwag Stars. Pero nga, Jacob Malangin, the Baliwag sniper, di ba?
Yes, the Baliwag sniper. Ito, bumababa na naman yung lamang dito, ha?
Again, playing keep away etong Parañaque dito sa Baliwag kasi they're starting to do what they did against the Leap Basketball as Garcia with the counter right here.
Ito may pambawi, no? Yung Parañaque Pelicans dito.
As Malangin, heat check. Nearly got that to go. That will be a warning on Jacob Malangin.
Parehas na sila may warning ng faking a foul.
Tag-isa na sila ni Vergara. Garcia, DHO to Espinosa. JC wants a clear out, but he gives it dito to Kenji. Drew. Gives it to Chris. Another shot. No go. Good box out right there. Galing dito kay Alapar.
And you can see, yung takbo dito ng Parañaque, ginagamit na nila yung oras, no? And as early as this 5 minutes and 50 remaining here. But again, the clock will not be their friend if you let Baliwag score on their offensive side.
Yes, yun nga lang. They must have been parang had a sigh of relief after that layup kasi Novilio was already at the rim. Niluwa lang yung bola.
Okay, open na open yun, no?
Yes.
And if they make a basket there, that could have cut the lead to 8. And it could have changed the momentum already of this game. Kasi nagsaslow down itong Parañaque habang itong Baliwag slowly getting the rhythm once again. Somewhat like what happened in their game against Leap.
Totoo. There you go, another turnover na naman for Parañaque. They try to go give and go to Vergara, to Gonzalez. So another chance for Baliwag to cut the lead down. And this was the same point of the night or point of the game wherein they went to that scoring run against Leap Basketball. Let's see if they can replicate that here and get another stealing victory. Malangin. Oh, tried to go deep down low to Domingo.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to shoot.
10 seconds to shoot para dito sa Baliwag. Turingan. Goes to Alapar. Back to Kaday from way downtown. No good. Domingo with a rebound. Domingo puts it back up and in. Plus a foul for Rowie Domingo. Oh my!
And that is how you really perform. You can see ang haba ng galamay. And look at that. Hindi lang ikaw, JC Espinosa, ang may mahabang galamay. Pati Rowie Domingo getting it.
Grabe itong si Rowie Domingo, no? Oh my!
Rowie Domingo.
Yun nga lang, mintis yung bonus free throw ni Rowie, but he gets it back. Bottom block right there from Kenji.
I believe si Rowie Domingo will be playing also for a college team, you know. He's lined up for a team. I don't know if I got, pero I saw one of the lineups. He's part of the UP Fighting Maroons.
Wow.
Yes.
Fighting Maroons.
Fighting Maroons. I mean, Rowie Domingo. I think he's part of the Team B ng UP.
Napakalalim naman ng Team B din kasi ng UP. ever since the turn of the millennia for them, di ba? The Paul Desiderio area, lumalim yung lineup ng UP from Team B kahit sino bunutin mo dun eh.
Kahit saan ka tumingin doon sa lineup na yun.
Yung Team B nila, pang Team A na actually ng ibang college teams eh. Isipin mo yun. Look at that. Espinosa just fighting for it. First to the floor. And Alapar wins that matchup. Turingan attacks. Turingan puts it up. No go. Finally, Chris Garcia gets the rebound for Parañaque. Again, etong Parañaque are just trying to play keep away. Kenji hands in mid-air. Wow, what an answer.
Another double pump for Kenji. And bonus na yung mga puntos nito nila Kenji, nila Espinosa. Ang ganda. Lahat umangat no? Scoring.
Parang sabi nila, hindi mangyayari yung nangyari against Leap Basketball PH. But again, they turn it over one more time.
And Coach Cesar Babasa says, okay, let's go back to the next play.
Next play na lang.
And he's calm right now, you know? He's very much calm.
Last 2 minutes siguro tatayo na.
Sabi mo kanina, fourth quarter. Ngayon, fourth quarter na wala pa rin.
Nakupo pa rin eh. Relax si Coach Cesar. Baseline inbound for the Stars. Malangin. Being defended by Espinosa. Jacob. Mid-range. Wow! Pure scorer. Ito si Jacob Malangin.
We need to know, ilang puntos na kaya ito si Jacob Malangin dito sa game na to? And remember, only a total of how many points?
2 points lang kanina.
2 points siya.
But again, Drew Jimenez being a beast underneath. Good drop pass by Chris Garcia. Malangin already has 13 points.
13 points below still of that 20 points. Pero again, better than the 2 points earlier.
Ball tapped out of bounds. Domingo keeping it alive against Kenji Gonzalez.
Yung front line ng Jimenez, Espinosa, Gonzalez, matibay-tibay na yan, no? And then, continuing with that backcourt na, ito si Allen Vergara. Talaga, the Allen Vergara, even though he has not yet scored here, yung pagiging stabilizer niya for this Parañaque Pelicans, that made the difference. Ano yung nangyari in this game here?
But look at this, the fighting spirit lives up to this fighting maroon. Rowe Domingo, another three-point play opportunity off an offensive rebound. Take a look at this lakas moment of the quarter brought up by CDO Food Spear. Food that brings you home. Don't look now, Coach Alvin. 6 na lang ang hinahabol dito ng Baliwag Stars.
Yes, and making it very interesting here. But again, yung barrier ng 5 points, yan yung hindi pa rin ma-break nitong koponan ng Baliwag.
I think that's gonna be a lane violation dito. So another opportunity, a reshoot para dito kay Domingo.
And nakakatuwang panoorin, no? Yung Espinosa-Domingo battle dito. Tahimik lang si Domingo. How many points does Domingo have right now in the ball game? Pero he is continuing to be that spark plug naman for Baliwag for this matchup.
When they needed it most pa, fourth quarter pa, di ba?
Yun yung importante.
Eto, Garcia, they're protecting a 6-point lead with still a lot of time on the clock as Garcia masyado malalim. And look at Alapar fighting against Jimenez. Domingo, he'll attack Espinosa. Drops it to Alapar, and Alapar with the shot there, but he's fouled, I believe, by Jimenez.
Yes, and yun, napatayo na si Coach Cesar doon kasi. Pero yung foul kasi na yun, yung kaya siya napatayo is because hindi niya nagustuhan yung foul line ni Jimenez dito kay Alapar. Kasi ang ganda na ng pwesto ni Alapar inside. Nakita niya na to si Jimenez is out of position. So, why not get a shot off and he will shoot 2.
Yes. Alapar, yun nga lang, misses the free throws. And ito na, yung free throw shooting woes ng Baliwag in this ball game. This is what you're talking about. Fourth quarter, the free throws, dikit ang laro. This is where you need to hit them. 0 for 2.
Oo. Das kanina rin si Domingo, dalawa. So, 4 free throws. That could have cut the lead to 2, di ba? So, let's see how things will run here in the closing minutes of this sport.
Kenji against Domingo. Gonzalez to the basket. Gets the basket to drop.
The lane wide open. Why not get a 2 points?
Malangin, three-pointer. Knocks it down from the outside. Lifeline galing dito kay Jacob Malangin. Down by 5 na lang sila.
Pumping life to this Baliwag Star squad. Uy, naganda naman doon.
And Kenji with the answer.
Sabi siguro ni Kenji, kanina mo pa pinag-uusapan yung ibang mga kampi ko. Ako naman.
Look at that. Another assist din yan for Allen Vergara. Look at that last drive of the quarter brought in by Converge FiberX. Experience better with Converge. What a basket here for Kenji Gonzalez. Coming up big time here in the fourth quarter.
Very special itong si Kenji Gonzalez here. 4 straight points for him, di ba? Kanina yung wide open layup niya to the basket, and now this side step move.
Kompleto pa.
Oo, 5 straight points for him. Binawi yung tres ni Malangin.
Ito Novillo. Ashton from the outside, knocking it down again!
And never giving up. Itong Baliwag Stars, Enzo.
Yes. They're going ballistic from the three-point line, Coach Alvin. That's now 4 three-point mix. As again, Gonzalez with the answer. Wow!
At sino bang magiging magandang pampawi mo sa Bulacan? Eh di taga-norte din. Etong si Kenji Gonzalez scoring inside.
The pride of Lubao puts them back up in this ballgame, 86-79.
J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform. J Project Clothing Shop, Premium Fabric. We customized quality printing. Makers of quality uniform.
We will see on your screens the pride of Lubao, Pampanga, Kenji Gonzalez. Playing savior here for Parañaque Pelicans. 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. And he's become a true phenom dito sa fourth period ng Coach Alvin.
Yes, 7 straight points for Kenji Gonzalez here in this match-up. This last 3 possessions, sunod-sunod, driving into the hole. Kenji Gonzalez has been terrific here in this ballgame.
As we can see, our COO, Coach Leo Isaac, and our chairman of SINAG Liga ASYA, Sir Rocky Chan, on your screens here, enjoying the game. First game pa lang to, napakaganda-agad na laro natin.
Oo. And, diba, yung Baliwag, still proving to everyone that we can still fight, and still show everyone that we can keep up with the teams such as etong ang Parañaque.
Malangin. They go underneath, drops pass.
Wow, nice pass.
Good play for Baliwag. Down by 5 na lang sila. Oh, ankle breaker for Chris Garcia right there. Garcia gives it to Drew.
Now the clock should be worked by Parañaque here. Gamitin nila sa tama dito.
They try to go to Kenji again. Another stop for Baliwag. Ashton. Steal. They give it to the corner. Oh, short nga lang for Domingo. But Alapar is there for the putback.
Through 2 straight baskets. Mula dito kay Luis Alapar. Ito, 3 puntos na lang to.
Parañaque is now in shambles. Can they have another basket here? Garcia spins, gives it to Drew. They give it to Kenji. 6 seconds on the clock. Jimenez. 3 seconds. Vergara. Oh! What a shot for Vergara. His first 3 points of the game cannot have come at a much bigger and important time.
Grabe, yung bigat na Allen Vergara held scoreless all throughout the ball game. but his playmaking and defense have been superb here. What a way to end itong kanyang game na to, possibly with a big three-pointer off balance from the corner.
With the shot clock winding down pa, no, Coach Alvin. And that could have been a make or break possession for them kasi 3 points na lang ang kanilang kalamangan at that point. And we saw the clock was nearing 0 na. Muntik pang maging turnover for them. And that is his first field goal of the game and his first 3 points of the game.
Yes. And for sure, very much proud si Coach Al Vergara. Sasabihin niya ni Coach Al sa akin, kaya magme-message yan. Parang ako lang yan nun.
Well, like mother, like son, pwede, di ba? Look
Let's
at that.
2 seconds on the shot clock.
Ang ating lakas shot. I would even change this lakas shot of the game. Brought to you by CDO Food, Spear Food that brings you home. Not just of the quarter of the game pa yan, no, Coach Alvin. That could have sealed the deal.
Oo, at mukhang yung napatingin pa siya sa bench noon ng Baliwag. Kasi, syempre, yung bench ng Baliwag, tried to intimidate him, shouting. Pumasok.
Pumasok yun eh. Ito, 22 seconds remaining. Can Baliwag mount another comeback?
They have to make a quick one here.
Ashton pulls up. I think that was partially deflected, I believe, by Espinosa. Referee says no, airball lang daw talaga. No, they said it is deflected by Espinosa.
Good one there by Dennis Escaros. Nakita nga niya yun.
Talas pa mata niyan.
Oo. Pero again, 12 seconds remaining here. Ayan,
Yeah, I think it's because of the shot clock ata.
Oo, re-reviewin nila muna ata yung oras kasi nga kung ilang segundo pa yung natitira. Pero yung nakita natin dito, 12 seconds. It's a 6-point lead. They have to make a quick basket here. And then after make a quick basket, foul. Kasi 12 seconds remaining, yung oras is not in your side. Talking about the Baliwag Stars.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yan, 12 seconds eksakto sa oras. Ay, naayos nila.
Naayos pa. Yung clock.
Oh, I think 11 seconds?
I think they're also trying to fix the shot clock din. There's a...
Kasi may oras pa naman dapat sa clock, sa shot clock.
Deflected lang yung bola. Pinaayos pa nila dito. Again, a make or break for Baliwag itong possession na to. But with 12 seconds, 4 seconds on their shot clock dito. So that has to be a good open look. And it has to be a 3 with 12 seconds, di ba, Coach Alvin?
Yes, oo. 8 seconds by 8 seconds differential shot clock game clock.
Oh, nearly lost it was Nicolas. Oh! Arset knocks down his first 3. And there's still life for Baliwag.
Alam mo yung nadulas na yung bola, napaganda pa for Arset.
Grabe. And Coach Alvin, ito yung magiging tanong ko sa'yo. Do you believe in miracles?
Well, the first thing that Parañaque needs to do here, first of all, try to trap on the corner. And then if not, foul. And then, sino dapat mong i-foul? Parañaque, a lot of players have missed their free throws. But better that you have to foul itong sa sitwasyon na to ay itong si Espinosa. Because he's not one of those free throw shooters na kailangan mo on that time. But if I am Parañaque naman, I have Espinosa inbound kasi siya yung babantayan dito in this last few possessions here for Baliwag kasi alam nila hindi ito free throw shooter. So have Espinosa inbound the basketball. Let's see how things will do. But again, mukhang hindi ata si Espinosa mag-inbound at mukhang si Jimenez. And
the prince that was proud. Dumitila pa siya. Ay, naku, Mur. Dumidila pa siya. Of course, the next game will be the J Project Clothing Boomers kontra itong San Pedro Mamba.
And I'm excited for that J Project Boomers squad. I've seen some of those players in the collegiate ranks. Ang ganda ng lineup yan. Aabangan natin yan.
Excited na nga ako eh. As nagkauntugan doon ata si Espinosa and etong si Kaday.
Oo, at mukhang test nila talaga to si Espinosa on that free throw.
Take a look at this one more time. Kaday.
Oh, yun lang.
Inadvertent clash of heads there. Wala namang may sadya. Yung momentum lang nila
Momentum
pareho.
talaga pagbaba nung pagbagsak, coming off that inbound.
Both of them were just trying. Kaday was just trying to foul. Espinosa was trying to move away. Hindi nila nakita isa't isa. So ito, Espinosa will be tested from the free throw line. And he misses the first. That's what Baliwag wanted to happen.
Yes, and 0 of 3 in that last 3 free throws. Ito si Espinosa. Heading into the early part of the fourth quarter, nag-0 of 2 siya kanina in his last trip. Now it's 0 of 3. Again, another chance here for Baliwag. And that's another free throw missed. But
yun nga lang, Baliwag could not corral the rebound.
Kitang-kita natin dito yan, Enzo. Na tumama dito kay Kasingal yun.
That would have been big if they did get the rebound there and ran the whole length of the floor. As Coach Cesar Babasa, this is an insurance policy timeout with 5.9 seconds. Get the ball to your best free throw shooter. That's what the play is for.
Yes, oo. And again, if they go back to Espinosa, Espinosa should make at least one of those 2 free throws. Kasi yung oras, 5.9 seconds, it's a if one free throw made can make this a 2-possession game.
Yes. And let's also not forget, this is Coach Cesar Babasa. This is a genius, a mastermind of ATOs, di ba? Magaling yan sa out of timeout plays. He could map out a play na misdirection. Nakala mo pupunta to sa mga good free throw shooters niya. And then, mabibigla ka. They're gonna go for a basket pala.
Yes.
Coach Cesar Babasa is that good of a coach. So if your Baliwag stars in Coach Milo San Juan, you have to be aware that they could have a misdirection play here to score.
Oo, minsan magugulat ka, may knockout play na sa ilalim kagad. Itong Parañaque. At hindi nila i-dribble palabas, para makuha yung easy 2 points here. So again, it is Garcia inbounding for this possession. And you bring in a long Rowe Domingo to help. Yan na. Tingnan natin dito. They go back to Espinosa.
And Espinosa, I believe, is fouled before the shot.
So, yun yung sinabi ko kanina sa'yo. Enzo, free throws ngayon will be tested here for Espinosa once again. He just needs to make one.
One free throw could seal the deal na.
Possibly here. But again, if he makes the 1 out of 2, they don't have to foul. Talking about Parañaque. And that is that's another problem here.
In this fourth quarter, I believe he has missed, talking about JC Espinosa, 5 consecutive free throws na.
Yes, pang-5 na yan.
Let's see if he can finally break it and seal the game. Or will Baliwag have a miracle on their hands?
And he finally gets one. Now they don't have to foul here. Kasi mahirap to.
They toss it up. Ashton. And that's a good
defense.
tap.
Another steal here by Allen Vergara to close this game. And I believe that's his 6th steal.
Yes.
We have to double check on that numbers. But again, if it could be his 6th or 7th steal, but that is how much Allen Vergara has played as a terrific catalyst for this squad. Ending with that booming triple from the corner. And what a way to end this ball game. First game pa lamang to, meron pa tayong dalawa.
Dalawa, yes. I mean, you're mentioning Allen Vergara, one of the unsung heroes here. Siyempre, 3 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals, diba? And then Kenji Gonzalez with another 20-point performance, diba? 22 points, 6 rebounds. What a performance for Kenji. And sila yung mga unsung heroes in this 4-point victory for Parañaque, 90-86. But ngayon, kasama na ni Francine Capili ang ating CDO Best Player of the Game. Francine, take it away.
I am here with today's CDO Best Player of the Game, JC Espinosa from the Parañaque Pelicans with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Now, congratulations, JC. My first question to you is, paano mo na-manage personally and as a team to keep the lead, lalo na for some time nakakahabol yung kalaban nyo?
Siyempre, pag nakita namin na mahabol yung kalaban, ang ginagawa, kinocompose lang po namin yung laro namin and hihinay-hinay lang po kami, tsaka lalaro lang po namin yung laro namin. Yun lang.
Now, what can we expect sa isang JC Espinosa para sa upcoming game?
Expect po na tatrabahuin po lahat ng laro and bibigay po lahat yung best para makuha po namin yung mga remaining games po namin.
Now, I'm giving you the opportunity sa mga gusto mong batiin at pasalamatan.
Pinapasalamatan ko po yung buong team sa Paranaque Pelicans, yung pamilya ko po and yung tito ko si Tito Jan.
Again, JC Espinosa, our CDO Best Player of the Game, who will be receiving a gift pack from CDO, Food That Brings You Home. Now back to you, Enzo and Alvin.
Thank you so much, Franz, and congratulations once again to JC Espinosa, our CDO Best Player of the Game. And Coach Alvin, what are your final thoughts after this very, very entertaining first game?
Well, you saw how Parañaque played a terrific game here. Bumawi sila mula dun sa kanilang talo against Pampanga. And this is what Parañaque basketball is all about. And it showed here in this win kontra sa Baliwag.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us in this first game, Coach Alvin. That is once again your final score, 90-86, a 4-point victory for Parañaque. They are now 1-1, and coming up next, it's the San Pedro Mamba x Mr. P Rentals Company kontra the debuting J Project Clothing Boomers of Born 2001. But that ends our first game of this Sunday triple header. For Alvin Tanyada, Francine Capili, this is Enzo Galarosa, and on behalf of Direk Nomar Santiago, Direk Don Mike Danan, Direk Billy Deriog, Direk Ramonito, Boxingero Roa, and the rest of the hardworking men and women na nagtrabaho dito from the SM Events Hall and SM South Mall, Las Piñas City. This has been your SINAG Liga ASYA Junior World Showcase Philippines Born 2004. See you all, SLA fans. Peace!